All right, I have watched the July 2025 Pokemon Presents presentation, then I went back over it and kind of chewed on it all a little bit more, so now I'm going to give you my thoughts on the presentation, and I'm going to save my thoughts on Pokemon Legends ZA. I'll probably just do that in its own video. There really is its own video's worth of stuff to talk about, so I'll just go over the other stuff, and I'm not going to hit everything. Just the stuff that stood out to me, as always. Ooh, big spider on the wall. Ooh. Ooh, I mean, it's not huge, but, like, I'm not, like, happy to see it there. Just a little bit too big for comfort. All right, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that while I'm doing this. Make sure it doesn't move. Okay. Well, they hyped up the DJ Pikachu, and apparently that was only in the Asia English. How do you see that? From the Pokemon Asia English channel. I don't see it anywhere here either. Whatever. No DJ Pikachu, I guess. It just kind of didn't pan out. Oh, well. So they gave us a trailer for a new batch of episodes of Pokemon Concierge. I don't know. I guess they're not, like, necessarily splitting it into seasons. It's just kind of like, here's some more episodes. I don't know. I guess that makes sense. But as always, I love it. I still haven't seen all that is currently available, but I just think it's so delightful. I just think it's so delightful. I think the style is so good. I love stop motion, but then it's also like the felt kind of style. Looks really, really charming, really, really cute. Seems to be some drama coming up. Her ex shows up at the resort. Ooh, some nice Pokemon drama for you. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just looks great. As always, it looks really great. And it's really great to see them continuing to, I don't know, support this series, give us new episodes. Seems to be working out for them. You know, I mean, as always, like with streaming stuff, it's always like, where's the return here? Where's the return on investment? I really don't know quite how it works, but like, whatever the case, Netflix is paying them enough, or they're paying whatever. It's working out. They're doing new episodes, and I'm happy about it because I think Pokemon Concierge is so cute. Oh, even more exciting though, seeing Peter Lord from Ardman pop up in a Pokemon presentation. Very strange. Like they had previously announced that they were doing some sort of thing with Ardman, but still weird and fun to see him pop up, and they finally gave us a little teaser of what they're doing. They really didn't give us anything before. We didn't know what kind of thing it was going to be, but now we know. The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu. I love it. I think it's great. I like that this is going to be a little show from the perspective of Pokemon, like he said. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like no dialogue, just like visual comedy, kind of in the style of like Shaun the Sheep. This little teaser, it really gave very Shaun the Sheep vibes, which, I don't know, it's perfect. I think it's really, really cute. The idea of a Sirfetch'd and a Pichu. I can only imagine that the Pichu is going to be all like doing mischief, and the Sirfetch'd is going to be like, oh no, I gotta take care of you. You know, the whole basically Shaun the Sheep, but Pokemon. I don't know. It's probably what it's going to be, but you know what? Like, what else should it be? It sounds perfect. A Sirfetch'd getting all mad at a Pichu's mischief. I think that's a perfectly good angle for a show. And yeah, like, we still don't really know what kind of like show it's going to be. Is it a show? Is it a series of shorts? I really don't know. And is it 2027? That's still, like, I still don't really like. It's hard enough to like wait for a game for that long, but like an animation project, you know, it's like it's already weird enough. We've got multiple stop motion Pokemon projects, and then this second one, you're gonna have to wait another 2 years for. A little bit strange. Yeah, a little bit strange, but yeah, no, it's still really cool to see. I'm really excited to see what they do, even just from this trailer, this little teaser. I think the visual style is really, really neat. No, I don't see any big, like, Wallace and Gromit style mouths. I wanted there to be one on every single Pokemon. Disappointed there, but oh well. I don't know. Looks cool. Can't wait to see more in years or whatever. So then they talked about Pokepark Kanto. I was If I was aware at any point that they were doing a real-life Pokemon theme park, I must have promptly forgotten, because this is, my brain is telling me this is the first I've heard of this. Yeah, apparently they're doing the first ever permanent Pokemon attraction. They're adding it to Yomiuri Land in Japan, and they're gonna stick a little Pokemon theme park in there, and it sounds really nice. I mean, I don't know. This trailer mostly just showed like concept art and stuff and like little models. It didn't show a lot of like real actual stuff, like real footage. I think what they did show, they showed like little bits of like Pokemon statues kind of hanging out in the grass. Based on what we see here, it seems like it is going to be a little bit more of like a low-key thing. You know, it's not like Onyx Coaster, or, you know what I mean? It probably is just kind of like a park, like the kind of thing that you like walk around and little like photo ops and stuff. I mean, like I love that idea. To me, like that, I prefer that over anything. Even just, yeah, walking around and like looking for Pokemon in the grass and stuff. Just Pokemon to take pictures with. That's fun. I think that's perfect. And especially if it's modeled a little bit after a Kanto style. That sounds lovely to me. I mean, in one of the pictures, you can kind of see like a bunch of Pikachu's going. So there may be like little rides, little like carousel kind of rides. Yeah, for the most part, it just seems like a nice little park, and sounds lovely. Sounds really, really lovely. I would love to go. It opens early 2026, so I don't know. I'm hoping that Nintendo or Pokemon does, you know, kind of like what they did with Nintendo World, little like a direct kind of showing it off or something. I think that'd be nice. I'd like to see some. Probably because I'm probably never actually going to go, so I'd like to see some footage at least. So we had the usual updates for all of the different Pokemon mobile games, and then they announced a new one with a surprise shadow drop. It's out right now, and it is called Pokemon Friends. And I mean, I don't know. I think, like, I don't want to judge the game too harshly. I haven't played it yet. Maybe I'll play it to like do a video or something. But it's like it's just puzzles. Like, it's not, the puzzles are really not related to Pokemon whatsoever. All of these are just puzzles with like Pokemon assets in them. Yeah, with like a Pokemon standing at the start and the finish or whatever. And they're really like talking it up, puzzle it out and untangle your mind, you know, like this is how you gather your thoughts. It's like, yeah, it's a puzzle game. That's like, I get you gotta market it, but like you're really talking. It's just like, have you not played a puzzle game? That's, yeah, you could argue that they help you like gather your thoughts or whatever, untangle your mind. Yeah. I guess so. It's just that this doesn't really do anything different from any other puzzle game. In fact, it looks a little bit cheap. Not gonna lie. With the first bits of the trailer showed like really simple puzzles and like little kids. So like, yeah, I'm like, is this them getting into like kids apps? You know, because there's unlimited kids apps out there. They're just like simple little puzzles just like this. And it was only later in the trailer that they showed like more complex puzzles and grown-ups playing them and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to be like too cynical about it, but it really does just seem like, yeah, this is just another thing to do, you know, like always got to be expanding the brand, always got to be trying new things and making new games. But this really is just like, yeah, you just kind of made a puzzle game and stuck Pokemon on it. It's not really Pokemon-ish. I mean, yeah, okay, you get plushies and then you like have your little plushie collection, but I don't know. It seems a little, you know, a little just like, yeah, it's a thing. It is a thing. It is a Pokemon thing. Good job. You gave us another Pokemon thing. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably try it out. It seems that the Switch version is like $10 and the mobile one is free. I think from the sound of it, it doesn't necessarily have like microtransactions. It's more just you have to pay to unlock the whole thing. So really, I can appreciate that. At least it's a game. You know, at least it's not free to play, like where they're trying to farm you for your money. It's just kind of a game that you can buy and play as a game. So yeah, you know, I appreciate that in its own way, I suppose. So then they finally talked about Pokemon Champions. They announced this Was that earlier this year or was that last year? I can't remember. It feels like it's been a while now. But yeah, it's, you know, the trailer really, it's everything I expected it to be. I think it's everything that anyone expected it to be. It's going to be a little, like, free to play. It's just fighting. It's just Pokemon battling and that's it. So, like, yeah, this was completely unsurprising. You can fight online, you can fight a few different ways, you can bring Pokemon from Pokemon Home, or you can get them right in the app itself. And, you know, it didn't really talk a whole lot about monetization or anything. I imagine they will probably charge for Pokemon rentals or whatever. Really, the only interesting thing to come of it is apparently you can, like, manually train your Pokemon. Like, it showed them, like, sliding stat bars around, and I'm really curious about this. I don't know how much they're gonna limit this, because, you know, they've made it easier and easier over the years to train your Pokemon with, like, EVs and stuff. So here, are they just gonna be like, here's your stats, just spread them out however you want? Because, you know, really the whole point is not the training and the catching, it's the battling. So maybe they'll just make that easy. At the same time, if you bring in old Pokemon over from actual games, can you just, like, freely edit? If I had to guess, I'd say you're gonna have to pay for it. It's gonna be like, oh, you have to use a training gem or something to retrain a Pokemon, and I'm sure they're gonna be charging for that. I don't know. We don't really know, but, like, obviously it's going to be monetized. It's going to be quite heavily monetized, so we just kind of have to wait and see there. It's another situation where it's a little bit surprising that they announced this so early. Apparently the game's not even coming until 2026. We didn't even get a release window, not even like early 2026, just next year sometime. So I don't know, considering it's just a little, like, casual free-to-play battler. I mean, maybe not casual, maybe it'll end up being a big product for them. Obviously people really, really love competitive Pokemon fighting. So maybe it'll end up being a really big thing, but yeah, I don't know. It's just so simple. It's very strange that they would announce. I don't know. They've been doing that. They did it with Legends ZA. It feels like overall Pokemon is getting really, really comfortable with revealing stuff just years ahead of time, and it's weird. I think we need to. I think everyone pretty much agrees that we need to pull away from that. I think Nintendo has gotten a little bit better at that in recent years. Obviously, you've got some really extreme examples of games with long development times, but, like, for the most part, they're getting a little bit better about, like, not making us wait too long. Not Pokemon, though. It's like, nope, this free-to-play game, nope, you gotta wait a year at least before we even, like, actually show it to you. And then, you know, of course, you want to play it? Oh, huh, yeah, buddy, you're gonna have to wait a bit for that one. So that's yeah, that's really it. A lot of other, like, little stuff, Pokemon Go, the other mobile games and whatnot, and yeah, I'll do a video just on Pokemon Legends ZA for the new trailer. So yeah, it was not the most exciting presentation, but I don't know. I don't usually have high hopes for them. I figure when the Pokemon, I mean, I think if people who are invested in the series probably have bigger expectations, and it is true that they've been, like, kind of hyping this one up for a bit. So it is a little weird that it didn't really have much. From where I'm standing, though, I don't know. I figure if I get anything from a Pokemon Presents, I'm good. So I don't know. I got to see a teaser for the Ardman thing, so that was good. You know, the Pokepark thing is cute. The rest of it is whatever. That's fine. And we got a new trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA, so say whatever. It was a fine presentation, not super exciting, but it did deliver Pokemon news, and that is what was promised.